Welcome to about day 5 of the daily vlog, where Aaron is dying slowly from editing videos so much and shooting. I'm at the shop. I'm about to go to Coda, and I was going to show you some cool things up at the shop today. We have a crazy GTR. Cody has a GT350 up here. That's his daily. He's one of our local drifters. And I'm packing for the event right now because we're going to Circuit of America to do a demo, and I need to be up there to set up track about 5 o'clock in Austin. So I need to leave here. I was up till about 4:30 editing video of the video I just posted today, which you probably saw yesterday or something. I can't keep track of anything. It was Valentine's Day, so I had to do Valentine's Day with my girlfriend, and that lasted until midnight or something. And then I drove home, and then I got home at like 1, and then I edited video until like 4 and got it posted. And holy cow, this car is cool. True, you're in the shot.
You put me there.
Look at this car. No, you were standing there. This car is beautiful. This is Trackstar, Ethan, one of his customers. So Trackstar is the shop. And this car is really unique because A, it has super meaty tires, which is really cool. You don't see on an import car very much. So has huge tires, looks like it would go fast. The engine bay is absolutely gorgeous. Look at this thing. That is like full rice. It looks like a naturally aspirated 2JZ that has a ton of stuff bolted to it. And because they stayed naturally aspirated 2JZ, it kind of looks like everything's meant to be there as well. Like the factory fuse box is there really nicely. There's another factory fuse box there that's really nicely done. Wow, look, the ABS.
Box.
Oh, that
the ECU's actually in there still.
Oh, really?
To run the factory stuff.
I wonder, these don't look factory. It looks like they made new ABS lines.
Yeah.
Or maybe that is factory. I don't think so because it's zip tie. That's really interesting. That's a crazy detail.
These are originally hard lines.
Yeah. I wonder why they did that. It must have been in the way of the turbo stuff. But big turbo single 2J stuff always is exciting to look at.
Supposed to make over 800 wheel, I think.
Wow, over 800?
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, it's like a 78 millimeter turbo or something. I don't know what exactly it is. S400 maybe.
I want this car. I wonder what the interior looks like. I haven't even looked at the interior yet. It is a stock looking seat over there, stock steering wheel. It has that cool IS300 dash looking thing that was cool like 15 years ago. Huge meaty tires in the back. Holy cow. I wonder what size they are. It's a 285 4018. Holy cow, that's crazy. That is a huge sidewall. Extremely cool. What else is here? This Corvette's been here for a while. Oh, there's an Evo up here. Evos don't get me too excited. The V6 turbo Honda, man. I should show you guys stuff to like entertain you, but I also need to get on the road. So let's look at a couple more things real quickly. Projects. If you remember the Tyler Cox Missile Memorial car, Tyler Cox Memorial Missile car, it was an S14 and I put like stock bodywork on it. And I really enjoyed the look of wide body, Origin, I think they're Type 3, I forget, fenders with like normal body parts. The reason I really like normal body parts, because I have a body kit right here for it, is body kit stuff gets torn up so easily. So this is a body kit. Once this gets one good tear in it, like you're done. I don't know where this other piece is. So like this whole bumper's, oh, it's right there. Never mind, I do know where it is. Well, I could glass that back together, but you spend so much time doing that. Whereas this will take so many hits, and typically they're pretty inexpensive. They can be found locally, although S14 stuff is getting kind of rare now. And it just fits so well. So that bumper, I can scrape walls and, you know, have fun. And that bumper, if I scrape walls, the thing is done. Oh, wow. I didn't realize it had a cool custom plate on it. Look at that. I wonder if the owner wants that back. And this car has been incredibly good. I absolutely love this car. The channel hasn't seen it a ton lately because I got it kind of late in the year, but it's really good. A couple interesting things about the car is it runs a 265 and a 265. So same tire front and rear and the exact same wheel setup. So they're 18 by 9.5 plus 15 or 18, I forget, Inky RPF 1s on all 4 corners, which means I can just rotate the tires around. So like if the fronts get a little flat spotted, I just put them in the back and keep drifting, which is really cool. This is an LS1. It's actually not an LS1. It's a, I don't know what the engine code is for this little guy, but it's a truck 6-liter, I believe. So it's a built bottom end and then has LS3 heads. The LS3 heads are amazing. They make so much more power than the LS1 stuff, and it has a big cam and stuff. I kind of wish it had a stock cam. And I don't need all the power, I just need the thing to run really smoothly. And cut out wheel tubs so you can see everything. Dunk. You can see that it's about time to toss those fronts on the back. Every time I allow someone to borrow the car and take some laps, we aren't used to each other's cars so well, and we'll flat spot the tires really badly on like a friend's car when you're trying to left foot brake or do something. So every time you lend out your car, be careful because you get it back at a drift event, obviously, not just whenever, but you get it back with flat spotted front tires or just the insides all torn up. This car's doing well. I pushed it over here into the corner so I can ignore it for the weekend. I put it up for sale just because I have a lot of drift cars. I mean, I have 3 of basically the same car. No, 4. That's a 2.4 liter SR car. This is the old Tyler Cox car. The 2 liter, this was a 2 liter SR. And then the V8 car. I don't need so many of the same car. And I can never get rid of the Tyler Cox car. This thing is really, really good and a little bit more simple to run than that thing. And it's a known quantity because I've been driving it. True is building fancy ass speaker stuff. And I am hooking up my trailer right now and about to take off. So this is the truck that makes it to all the events, pulls all my stuff. I just got brand new tires, my giant friggin' trailer, Patrick's Daily. And I think I'm off. Let's go grab Cy and get out of here. Cy's typically my traveling partner for all this stuff. And he's doing what he always does, which is sit on his phone and hide and not do any work. I feel like I'm literally doing Cy's job filming. Is that true, Cy? You are literally the cameraman. You are the paid cameraman.
Nobody wants to see quality stuff.
Oh, what is that? No one cares?
Nobody cares.
Oh, jeez. All right, next shot. I like to troll fast food employees by telling them Cy's name for the order ticket, and no one can ever spell it. S-I-A. And everybody in the channel always misspells his name too. What do you get? P-S-Y?
P-S-Y-S-I.
Don't tell them how to actually spell your name though. Just let people keep trying.
Yeah, I think I've only had one person spell it right.
I've seen S-I-G-H. I love that one. How often do you get that?
Not often, actually.
No. This is a Texas chicken place. It's on the side of the road. We get trapped by, you can't really see it out there. We have to eat wherever they have trailer parking because we have a giant trailer and pulling it around. So like we basically get stuck with fast food and stuff a lot, especially because we're in a big rush right now. So it's second meal of the day. First one was Texas special breakfast tacos, and now fried chicken. Hey, we're pulling into Circuit of America, the F1 track. This place is so hilarious because even Cy was just like, this isn't what I remember. It is so underwhelming nowadays. They have the giant tower over there, but I don't know. You just look like you're out in fields and stuff. It doesn't feel like an overwhelming place. Let's go see what it feels like when we get to where we are drifting. I have to go find a little guard shack and get in though. We're gonna go into the facility, under a tunnel, back out, and then over there by the tower. Cy and I just failed to get into the facility. They said we were supposed to be here at 4:30 and I had like permission and stuff, but the guy at the gate will not let us in until 6:30. We're pretty low on the list of priorities. So we are now gonna sit outside the gate and sit here with all like the fancy Ferrari teams and stuff. And I guess sit here for 2 hours. What are we gonna do for 2 hours?
Nah.
You could edit.
Could.
Oh my God. I do all the editing on the channel. Cy is, he just works the blurry background.
I should be.
Cy's the blurry background, man, that's it. This is something you don't see at our events very much. A Ferrari Challenge team. These guys need to borrow part of our pits for this weekend so they can work on these cars. It'll be interesting to see Ferrari Challenge cars in our pits. Very different. So just sitting here, spending some daylight, waiting to be able to get let in. I'm chatting with Time Attack people. Here is, I believe it's Savannah Little's car. And then their other cars are in the trailer for the Time Attack stuff. This car is gonna drive if he can find tires, he says. I have some drifters showing up, but these look like Time Attack stuff still. And there's, if you listen, it's Ferrari Challenge cars going around the track right now. Oh, look at this thing. A Honda Cub. That is awesome. The car matches the motorcycle really well. And he's on RPF1, so there's my heart. They didn't even stop him. Did you bring a truck and trailer and everything?
No, I drove it from the shop.
Oh my God.
Yeah, street drove it.
And I got, why do they let this thing in? You'd think they'd throw this out of Circuit of America.
I know, right? I came in the go-kart way. So I just like snaked around where they let people drive, and then I went through tunnel 1 on the backside, and then went right to the skid pad.
Pro tips on how to sneak into Circuit of America's in your drift car.
Yeah, don't stop. Go where there's no one working. And there you go.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Did you think about
You need to back
entering
up.
the?
You got to be within like 50 feet. The car looks okay. Anything closer.
We'll get worse. It actually, I thought you were gonna repaint it and do everything. Did you?
I was trying to. I ended up having to work too much and didn't have time. So.
No, I think it looks good, and it minimizes the stress on you. So it's a new splitter, a new front bumper.
I painted that myself at rally school.
Old fender or new fender?
Old fender with a repair.
Old fender?
Yep. Everything else is old.
Oh, I think it looks good.
And a new trunk and new wing. That's
The hood sticks up a little bit, but that's okay.
I need to fix the.
My Mustang's way worse.
Yeah, I worked on that a little bit. Remember the hood flew up last round.
Yeah.
And so I've been dealing with that. Like the roof is destroyed. This is just some like.
This is anti-poke. Why don't you space this out like another inch?
I will.
Okay.
I just went from GK knuckles back to cut knuckles, so the spacer is all off.
Okay.
So I'm working on that. Don't worry.
And why do you have seat covers? Oh, because at the ranch it's so
seats,
dusty.
No, these seats cost more than the rest of the car.
How much were they?
They're like almost $1,000 each. You know, they're nice seats.
Holy cow.
Yeah, they're like really nice FIA.
So you legit roll around
Yeah.
with seat covers.
Yeah.
Do you ever street drive this car?
Never. This is the first time in like a decade.
Does it have a plate on it?
No.
Oh, you just drove over here with just completely illegal?
Yeah, just straight.
Oh, wow.
Straight balls.
It just looks like a normal seat.
Maybe they're not 1,000. Maybe they're 600 each. But whatever. Like they're the nicer.
This is changing real
yeah.
fast. What'd you pay?
This is the nicest
What'd you
seat
pay?
I've had in a car a long time. So I don't want to destroy them.
He's avoiding how much he paid.
Yeah, I got a hookup on them.
So I want to talk about something real quickly.
Okay.
Your car looks different this year because it looks one higher. Did you raise it?
No, it's
It
the same
looks
ride
higher.
height. Same ride height.
So it's not some type of like performance thing? Because like right now, if I come over here, you can maybe one finger completely in from the side. I would think that you used to tuck a tire, didn't you?
You're probably thinking of when it's on, like in drift, because it squats
It
a
does.
lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say it does always look lower.
The front even looks higher in drift, unfortunately, because I'm at angle.
Yeah, because it pulls up. And this is really interesting. Look at how square the sidewall is. So mine had been really square. Is this a 9.5 or a 9 or 8.5?
Yeah, it's a 9.
Okay. I'm running 9.5s with a 265. What is this?
It's a 235.
Wait, that's a 235 and it looks like that?
Yeah, I think it's
Weird.
actually an 8 3/4. Or
Okay,
8.5.
I was gonna say it looks smaller than a 9 then.
Yeah.
But it looks like race car spec. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really
Yeah.
good.
I try to go with the theme, right? The theme of the car is like fake race car, so that's why it's like, you know, a very
eBay race car.
yeah sure. But like red with white, you know, is
Show us the engine bay real quick.
No, it's disgusting.
No, come on.
No.
It's been at the ranch. Show us. To preface this, his car is always at the Rally Ranch, which is a dirt-based race facility.
Yeah.
Is that accurate?
And also, I haven't power washed it since JZX
That's
event.
fine.
So
Come on,
like,
let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. Nah, it looks fine.
It's so dirty, but yeah. All right, there it
Yeah,
is.
but it looks really cool. He's got a tube frame front end, made of much smaller tube than you normally see. Hood pins, everything is mounted really nicely, a nice mid-mount radiator. You can tell I'm trying to do my daily vlog here.
Okay,
Let me work.
Gotcha. Okay, so I built the front end. This is 1-inch DOM.
Yeah.
I built at AutoComp right by your place in Fort Worth. I built the intercooler with a lot of help from the ArcLight dudes up in Dallas.
Yeah.
So I don't weld aluminum nearly as good as they do, so they helped me with that. And then they actually gave me a couple pointers on how to mount stuff like more proper, more legit. So
Yeah.
we've done that. And then, sorry, go on with what you were saying.
No, I don't really have anything to say.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's John Young. Did you know right now those are Ferrari challenge cars going around the track?
Yeah, they were pissed off when I pulled in because like I held them up. There was a Ferrari and an Audi like behind me, and I'm looking up. I don't have a speedometer, so I don't know how fast I'm going. And they were just like, stupid drifter. And then as soon as I pulled away, they're like, you know, and like blasted past me.
That's hilarious.
It was.
Any changes this year to this car? Have you never banged up your tube structure or anything?
Nope.
You just wrecked the back.
I've wrecked the front. I just
It just
only-
never gets hurt.
Well, I have like a crush structure here, so
Okay.
I've got a bash bar that was built with.
Is it in there?
Crumple in mind. Yeah, I've used it like almost every round. I had to build a new one. But yeah, when you build stuff with crashing in mind, everything
Yeah.
changes. So like the headlights are mounted with a soft mount.
Yeah.
Right. The fenders are mounted with a soft mount. Nothing is super rigid, so that it can kind of move just a little bit and bump and bang around.
Like this.
Well, that was not on purpose. but
That's
yeah.
a soft mount hood.
It
It's so you can hit it and it gives
Sure.
and doesn't like hurt the
Sure,
other car.
sure. Same with like the rear. I've got a steel bash bar and then an aluminum connecting bar to go to the frame, so that
Yeah.
the aluminum can kind of absorb and be sacrificial.
All right. It looks rad, man. Oh man, look at all the 18-wheelers and stuff lining up. This looks like it's gonna be a big event.
Yeah, I hope so.
All right, back to waiting. All right, Fielding, show it
So
to us
there's
quick.
one thing I forgot to talk about that I added. It's a mister system for the rear tires.
Okay.
So I've built in a bunch of misters. I've got a filler. I've got a little 4-gallon cell. I'm gonna turn it on for you and let's see what it looks like. I've never
Okay.
actually tried it with all the bodywork on. So let's give it a go.
I'll put this in here. Woo!
Is it working?
Yeah, you're gonna have to spray that a lot though to get the whole tire. Yeah. Okay, that's really cool. How big is the container? Oh, and that's what this is?
Yeah, I haven't trimmed that
You
down yet.
don't want to mix these up.
Correct.
Like if you put
Yeah.
water in your gas tank, that's
Yeah.
gonna be a real
It'll be
bad
real
time.
bad, so
So how big is the container for
it's
this?
a 4-gallon.
Okay.
Was it spraying pretty good? Oh yeah, that was working.
Yeah.
And that was just that
It
was dry,
misted the
so
tires.
It hasn't primed them yet.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna do more? Okay, that's a little bit better now.
And I imagine too, like when the car's rolling, you know, I just want to mist the tire. I don't want to soak it. I just want to get the small particles of water to evaporate and evacuate the heat. And then I want the tire to be dry when I go drive. I just want to pull that heat out.
I want to have some dude stand on the side of the track with a hose and I just drive through the water pump
Yeah,
like a
it's,
kiddie pool.
I don't think that works as good. It doesn't pull the heat out like a small particle from a mister would. We're talking about sublimation here. We're
Yeah,
using
I think
science.
you're mistaken.
No?
I think a solid puddle of water is going to have a much larger cooling effect because it'll have a larger body of water to draw it out. Sublimation is going to make it evaporate really quickly, but if you actually roll that thing through a bunch of water, you're going to get way more surface area on there. I think
Except-
sublimation works like when you don't have a giant moving tire moving through water, if that makes sense.
The big tire through water
Sublimation works
though?
on something stationary.
Well, I think the problem you're not thinking of is like where you're going to carry 15, 20, 50, 100 gallons of water.
Yeah, I said a dude standing on the side
Yeah,
of the track.
that doesn't always happen. You
Yeah.
don't always have water at a track. You
Okay.
always have water if you have a tank on
You
board.
always have cracked fiberglass with holes all over it.
Yeah.
They're finally letting us in as it's getting dark. So now I get to go set up in the dark. And Sai is just like, I don't have to do anything. I'm not even gonna take pictures. You have to work one day, Sai.
One day.
And here we are. I have to work, but I'll leave you with a little tiny video clip of the Corvette sitting by the... Oh wait, no, that's not the right tower. That's the right tower. I'm doing my... Oh, and the shot looks better. Oh my God, I feel like a peasant. This is the pits for the Time Attack guys. Look at this. This is insane. They have indoor garage spots. I feel so like an annex person. We don't even have lights to set up. These guys have like super clean garage spaces that F1 cars use. That's mental. I'll have to come through here and do a pit walk in a minute. This is really, really cool.
Hell yeah.
This is John Yim, previous Formula D AE86
Long
guy.
time ago. This is like 15
Yeah.
years ago.
Going to look at another AE86.
Can't help it. You gotta look at them all. Damn, we got one of these
Look at this thing.
It's a lot nicer than mine.
I wonder where I lost side to.
Look, it's got the obligatory stretch still.
Whew. Hello. How are you, Josh? This thing looks amazing.
I appreciate it.
Tell us about your car real fast.
It's just a A86 coupe. It's got a stock F22C in it on AEM. Stock fuel system. It made 220 of the wheels. It weighs 2,070 pounds without me in it.
It's beautiful.
Well, thank you.
Aaron doesn't like Corollas.
I've had Corollas. I only like it.
I didn't just you don't like them. You've had them. Doesn't mean you like them.
It doesn't mean they're not cool. It just means,
you have a nice hole punched in your car right now.
yeah, from Brad's.
That's why he doesn't like them. I heard you talking smack about the Corolla in the Japan video.
Yeah, they don't ever give up.
How we see the camber plates pushed all the way in instead of all the way out, FD style, like out here, time
Yeah.
this way in here.
Yeah. Just trying to get that extra camber. Man, this thing is so clean.
There's a guy in California, Danny Beach now. He's real well known with Corollas, and he works for Honda. And what else should we do? He just
Look at this.
Honda.
Classic Nardi wheel, uncracked dash. That could be the most special part of the whole build is an uncracked dash. Woo!
Hey now.
Cool little carbon like details, little tiny delete pieces. Everything is so clean on the car. Oh, and he has, is it an S2000 dash?
Absolutely.
That is super cool.
Still on the stock museum? Okay, so it's still.
Full K, oh, nope, roll bar. Is that all that's required for this classing is just a roll bar?
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
When I go into, if I did unlimited, I'd have to extend the cage forward. That's when I can run the slicks and lose the heavy doors.
Okay. It's probably more comfortable this way. Is it all cut up underneath?
It's all free.
It's all cut up.
Yeah. I actually know this one.
So cool. Oh, it has a plate. And it has a Honda sticker.
It's a Honda.
Yeah.
Powered by Honda.
This has to be like a crowd favorite car. Woo! Wow, this is actually really unique too to be here. A Prelude?
I appreciate it. I'm gonna run the tape.
Okay. Thanks for showing it to us. That is super cool. I'm not gonna say I know anything about Hondas, but it is a pretty big turbo, so I'm sure it's fast. I don't know what to say about all the all-wheel drive cars and stuff. I'm more excited about the Corolla.
That thing is beautiful, man.
I know.
Absolutely
I like
beautiful.
this thing is really cool too, but it's not nearly as like unique and like doesn't catch the attention. But I bet this thing is amazing to drive. Also, what is it? Does anybody know? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it's a turbo.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, you can be in the shot?
I know.
All right. I was just chatting with these guys when we were all outside the gate, and I wanted to shoot their cars for a second without bugging them too much, but I thought this was really unique and cool. It is a super high compression, 11 point something to 1 turbo VQ that makes over 500 wheel. It's BC Racing sponsored. I didn't even realize that when I came over, but I should have. I'm gonna pretend that's a nitrous button, but I'm sure it's like radio comms. Fancy halo seat. Look at that, a whole box for that. It's got like a fancy box. It's amazing how clean their cars are when they don't have so many like, so much dust all over them. They also just run one seat, which is really interesting. Drifters typically always have 2 seats, so they can share the experience with friends. And road racers seem to only have 1 seat for ultimate lightweightedness. giant brakes. I wonder what kind of tires they're on. They are on Toyo Proxies R888, and what size? Where's the size? 295, 30, 18s up front. Dang. Let's see what the rear is. The rear is a 295, 30, 18 again. Okay, so a pretty square setup. Oh, it's not? That's interesting though.
315 rear and 305 front.
305 fronts and 315 rear, you said. Dang. Big diffuser. Look at this. This looks super like option video Japanesey. These front fenders kind of do it. They create the look of it. Full cage. Probably not a street car, probably full race car. And this looks like a super well-worn all-wheel drive Subaru. Again, just one seat. Battery mounted right there. Oh wow, this one's dry sump. I wonder if it's out of necessity. And then, interesting. All right, we'll leave them alone. Oh, Corvette.
Little mini cage in the back, and that's about it.
Yeah?
It's like it.
Yeah. With like remote reservoir motons or something mounted?
Yeah. It's like a little small cage right here. Fire suppression.
This is the Corvette that has a lightweight taillight mods and a big diffuser. I wonder if they strap the diffusers on and do any testing, or if you just bolt the diffuser on and hope it works. Like, how do you decide if you're always road racing how much your aero is working and how to adjust your aero? I would imagine it's kind of a guessing game. I've run big wings on my drift car before, and I don't know, like we would take them off at places like Irwindale and stuff, but I don't know if they would actually ever really do much in drift, or like how would we adjust them to do anything? And we don't really ever collect data off of that. So without collecting data and really knowing, it's always seat of your pants feel. And the track conditions for like the grip of the surface versus your tire wear and everything else makes such a big difference. You know, who knows what actually works? Oh man, we just wandered into the big boys camp. Look at that. Holy cow. I feel like they should charge us for looking. That is like fancy. They're just doing a crazy alignment, or what's going on? That's nuts. What does it say on the back? GT32?
GT3R.
Oh, GT3R. I don't even know about all these fancy things. Look at those fenders though. That thing looks mean. More race cars. Race car, race car, race car. This is funny because like drift cars are super modified, but I'm used to them. We're not used to seeing all this stuff. Yeah, I saw it in the back of somebody's setup. We get more excited about this stuff than anything else. I wonder where Sai is. He better be working. That thing looks real serious. Oh, an R34. And whatever that is has a real big wing. Oh, it's a GTR with huge aero. Anyways, to catch the audience up, we're in a parking lot and Mark drove the R32 here, and the Skyline has the window down and there's some type of electrical problem with the window, and Mark was just gonna leave the car unlocked with the window down in the sketchy area of Austin and hope no one stole it. Which they already stole the clear coat on the hood. Look at this thing. All right, great success. I got the window up. But Mark had to burn himself holding the wire. All right, let's go eat Sai's people's food. Your people's food better be good, Sai.
There's a lot of white people, I don't trust it.
Oh man, look at that. Vietnamese food. You know, this must be difficult for people that watch the channel jumping around in time. I have content coming out from months ago, but I'm trying to like vlog daily right now. Ah, I hate the word vlog.
Yeah. You're a vlogger now, Aaron.
Your camera skills are replaced by an iPhone, Si.
Never.
He's basically
Yeah.
You can't arch with that.
he's basically
I can't arch with it?
You can't artsy with it. You can't be
Artsy? Oh man, people don't care about blurry backgrounds. They don't care even at all.
They care about blurry everything.
They like to see things in focus, Si.
Nah, that's not how that works.